Well, hello. I had the idea a few weeks ago to learn Pike's Peak because they do a hill climb up here since 1919, I think. And it's just such a crazy idea to race up here. I really wanted to see what it would be like to do and see how fast I could do it. And I tried a whole bunch of different cars and I settled on this one, and I'll tell you about it in a second. But first, just a little bit about the track. They, like I say, they have a hill climb up here every year, and it's got 156 turns. It's 12 miles. It climbs 4,000 feet to 14,000 feet at the end. And I group it into four different sections. There's the first section, which is really fast, a lot of sweepy corners. You're going 110, 120 miles an hour right up to the edge of the track. Then you have another section that comes up after that it's got these really tight sweeping corners. They're not hairpins, but you can take them pretty fast, but you're really on the edge and you better know how to do it. Otherwise you're not going to make it through it. Then it's got a section where you go up the side of the mountain really steeply. It's got a whole bunch of hairpins and a whole bunch of what I call blind man's corners, dead man's corners, where there's no guardrail and the corner keeps getting tighter and tighter, and it's real easy to go off the cliff. I've done it. I've done it quite a few times. 9 people have died on this. I think that's the right number. Um, uh, so anyway, they call the section going up the cliff, the third section, they call that the Devil's Playground, or at least one corner, one section of it is called that. And it's because you're really playing with death. I mean, you're like I say, you're right on the edge of grip, and you're right up against the edge of with no guardrail, and there's a cliff. Um, So anyway, I tried a bunch of cars and settled on this one. And this program is wonky on this track. It's a really good track, but it's a beta, and my display on my wheel doesn't work, and I can't look at the car from the outside. So I have to show you the car through a picture. So this is the car I'm driving. It's a 2010 Tatuus, which was like a really popular Formula 3 car. It's only got 200 horsepower, but it only weighs 1,000 pounds, and it is super quick and nimble. It doesn't have a good top end speed, and it's like 140 is its top, I think, something like that. It takes forever to get there. Um, but it is very slippery and quick and nimble through the corners. And it's a real hoot to drive through the corners here. It's a perfect car for this track. Um, so anyway, so I drove hundreds of runs through this, trying to get, um, trying to get, see how hard I could push this car. And I'm just right up against the edge. And this is not a perfect run up here, but it's the best run I could put together. And I make a couple of mistakes on it, but it's almost impossible to make no mistakes on this thing. It's a real trick to do that. And realize as I run up this that this run is a minute and 18 seconds slower than the current record going up here, set by an electric car, by the way. I mean, when you see me doing this, it's like, it's hard to imagine doing a minute faster than this. Um, so anyway, so here we go. And this is a run at Pike's Peak. Well, just real quick to tell you that that number 5 here is the gear I'm in, and the below that is the miles per hour, and up on the left here is the time. So here we go. right up against the edges of the corners. Milking everything I can out of the corners. All the way into 5th gear here. Real tricky one coming up here. Right here. And then it gets tighter and tighter, and I almost missed it. Full out here for a minute. And then a really tight lefter. Slow down. Too hot. Oh, I put it in the dirt. That's going to cost some time. Full out here. Right up against the edge. Now full out again. And a hairpin coming up. Oversteer. Now how hard do I push it here? Now watch this trick through this next section. How hard do I push it? Full out again. Got a hairpin coming up. And now a blind corner. This will get you when you're first starting. The next corner will too, another blind corner. Comes up on you fast. Now this corner keeps getting tighter and tighter. And now another super tight corner. And this one keeps getting tighter and tighter. Don't hit the wall coming up. And now a tricky left-hander here. Too hot. Now full out again. Came in too hot. Now into the clouds with no guardrail on your left at 120 miles an hour. Notice the hang glider. Now full out again. 5th gear. Hairpin. this is a real tricky one coming up here. Keeps getting tighter, and I almost went too wide. And now a really slow hairpin. Now we're into the hairpin section. You can miss there and go off the edge. Another hairpin. You just have to kind of walk it through. Now a dead, nope, this is another hairpin, real tricky one, really slow. Almost went too wide. And another hairpin. And now dead man's corner. Slow down, no guardrail, almost went too wide. Hairpin. And now the last hairpin. Now the fast section, the last section. Full out here in 5th gear. Just barely let your foot off the pedal. Now full out again. Almost went too wide. Full out again. Into the clouds. Don't let your foot off at all here. Dead men's corner here, down to 3rd, full out again, hug the left and then hug the right, another hairpin, and a real dead men's corner here. Slow down, no guardrail, slow down. You got another really tight corner here. And now full out. And how much do you dare up at the top here where it kinks to the left? Right here. And now we got another blind hairpin coming up. Right here, slow down. Almost done. Full out here, very scary. You've got no guardrail on the left and you're in 5th gear with a kink. Right here. Really tight corner here. Very slow. And now full out again. Sliding to the finish line. We did a 9:15 up there. And realize again, I'll restate, that the lap record is a 7 minute and 57 seconds up. That's a minute and 18 seconds faster than what I just did. So yeah, that's crazy. Well, that was fun to practice for and make, and that was a real hoot. That was the most fun I've had in sim racing yet so far. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care.